Hi everybody, Shavua Tov. B'ezrat Hashem, tonight I'd like to bring up a topic about a very important mitzvah that we should be careful in particular about throughout the whole year, and how much more so now that Shabbosim go out so early, and that's a mitzvah of proper Melave Malka. The Shulchan Aruch in Siman 300 quotes the Gemara and says that one should always set his table on Motzei Shabbos to escort out the Shabbos, even if he only needs to eat a kazais, in other words, a very small amount, which is 30 grams of bread. The phraseology of Shulchan Aruch, even if he only needs to eat a kazais, makes it clear that despite the fact that you most probably are not hungry because of we just had 3 Shabbos meals, but it is still very important. So what is so important about this 4th meal, Sudat Revit, or as we call it, Melave Malka? There is a story about Rav Eliyahu of Vilna, Vilna Gaon, Zachrenu Bracha wife. She was a very righteous woman, and once she accepted upon herself a fast, for a complete day, beginning at nightfall until following nightfall. There is an opinion that she would frequently fast, and she would take fasts for a whole week, from Motzei Shabbos until following Friday. And once when she took a fast, she commenced her fast immediately after Shabbos. And when her sage's husband learned of his wife's vow, he informed her, "You must know that all of your fasts will not equal the merit of a single Melave Malka, which you are forfeiting tonight." And there is also about Ben Ish Chai on a posuk about Yaakov Avinu's dream with a ladder. The posuk says, "Hine sulam mutzav, arzav drasha magia hashamayma." The ladder was planted on the ground, but the head of the ladder was in heavens. So Ben Ish Chai says that the word sulam stands for Sudat Levayat Malka. So he says, when it comes to Sudat Levayat Malka, Mutzav Arzav, it's thrown to the ground. People belittle it, they mistreat it, they don't give it the respect it deserves. But, he says, Drasha Magia Hashamayma, you should know that it reaches the highest level in heaven, in Shamayim. So the question is why? Why is Melave Malka so important? What is so significant about this meal? Rabbi Yosef Karo writes in Sefer, in Bet Yosef, in the Sefer called Shebole Haleket, and at this point we'll go into biology a little bit. In the human body there is a small bone called the loose bone, Lamed Vav Zayin. The Zohar Kodesh says that it's the size of an almond. In Arabic, loz is almond. If we ask where it's located, it's most probably, according to most opinions, is the bone that is on the top of the spine, by the neck, where we can feel that protrusion that comes out. That's the loose bone. So what do we know about this bone? The Gemara says, and Zohar confirms, that it is indestructible. For our accuracy, we'll mention here the Sefer Mate Moshe, where he says that after 120, when a person passes, this bone will not decay, and it will not contract. And if you put it into fire, it's fireproof. And if you try to grind it, it won't get pulverized. And if you take a hammer and try to smash it, it won't get shattered. It's an eternal bone. And he says that it is from this bone that the human is going to be resurrected. The rest of the body will decay, but the loose bone will remain intact eternally. And he gives details how right before Mashiach comes, Hashem will send down a dew, like dew, a D-E-W, like in Moret Hatal, and there the dew will heat loose bone and soften it to a dough-like consistency, and it's going to expand, and that's where the resurrection and the regeneration is going to come from. Actually, there is an article, beautiful article written by Rabbi Tatz, which proves how, scientifically proves how it's all possible. Maybe I'll bring it up once in the future. So, Bet Yosef in the Sefer Shabola Haleket says that this eternal bone has a distinction over all other parts of the body, and that it does not benefit and does not receive any nutrients from any food or drink that is eaten or drunk during the week. Ein bo achula ve'ein bo shtiya. It doesn't drink, and it doesn't eat, and doesn't drink. So the question arises, how does it exist? If it's a part of a human body, it's got to have some sort of sustenance. So the Beis Yosef says that there is 1 meal a week that the loose bone does benefit from. And that's the meal of a Motzei Shabbos, of Melave Malka food. The food that a person eats on Motzei Shabbos directly benefits the loose bone, but none other than that. So at this point, we'll probably have a question, how did this bone, being part of a human perishable body, manage to remain eternal? So to answer this question, we'll need to go to the very beginning, to Adam and Chava. We know that the way Hashem created their bodies, Adam and Chava's bodies, they had the property of eternity. They were capable of living eternally. The only reason why a human body must die and decompose is because Adam and Chava ate from the Eitz Hadas, that fateful Friday in Gan Eden. However, as we just learned before, that the only food that the loose bone can be affected by or benefit from is the food or drink of Motzei Shabbos. So, therefore, we learn from here that the loose bone did not get affected by the Friday's food. And it's therefore remained and maintained that property of eternity and is not subject to death and decomposition. So now that we know all this, we should try to be interested. We're all interested, and we should try to keep that bone strong. And because this is the bone that through which we get our eternity, that's the bone that will, B'ezrat Hashem, soon will take us from Olam Hazeh to Olam Haba, and we want it to be durable and strong. And by eating this meal, we are preparing the equipment, the limb that is going to be responsible for the resurrection and the regeneration. So we see here that our loose bone waits the whole week for its nourishment. And so let's treat it properly and well, and provide it with its well-deserved nourishment, B'ezrat Hashem this week, and B'ezrat Hashem every week. And I wish you all Hatzlacha Rabba and a good and successful week ahead.